All right, hey there everybody, welcome to this video. We're going to be today taking a look at this shower arm and removing it. If you are trying to remove your shower arm, hopefully I can help you out. I've got a little tip here for you, but this is part of my master bathroom renovation project. I'm actually redoing and tiling the shower, so be sure to subscribe or look for other videos there if you want to learn how to do that. But basically what I'm going to be doing is taking off the shower arm, and I'm going to remove the drywall around the shower arm itself so you can kind of also see what's back there. We're also going to be cleaning this and relocating it if you are interested in that. So this is a rain shower type head, and so we're going to take our pipe wrench and untwist that. Now you might want to have a towel down below. There is water in there, and that's not the difficult part. The difficult part is this little guy right here. We've got years of buildup and this thing is stuck. So what I'm going to do is put a little shim, you can see right there with a center screw, to support that brass fitting as I turn, because if you just crank on it, you will damage that brass pipe. The whole thing is pretty wiggly and unsecure. So I'm going to put a shim there, measured exactly from that 2x4 to the edge of the brass, just like that. You can see there. And that's going to help support it as I twist and turn it. You could certainly hold it with your hand, but I recommend if you do have access to your studs back there, to put a shim in. If you don't, you'll have to brace it with your right hand where it enters the wall extremely carefully. And you might want to spray some silicone in there, let it sit for a good hour or so. Just spray the heck out of it, let it sit for an hour, and that should hopefully penetrate and loosen that stuff up. And you can see here I'm just slowly turning it. I'm not going to plan to reinstall or reuse this one, but I did put a screwdriver or some type of long thing right there, right in that hole, and I'm just going to be turning it, and I don't have to worry about bracing it because again that shim receives all that force, so it's super secure and super solid. Note the direction that I'm turning. Again, you can grab on your right with your right hand there. There's a certain amount of force and you'll feel it. You know, you don't want it to bend a certain way. But anyway, that's kind of a little trick there if you do have access to those studs, if you've got a shower head that's really stubborn. So we'll slowly back that out. Do it nice and slow. And we're going to be cleaning this out next. But let me finish this. Obviously, you get to a point where you can just back it out by hand. And you can see they put some tape. Looks like some blue tape in there. Blue. I'm not sure what the difference between blue and white tape is, but it's all gummed up and everything. The blue is probably a little more heavy duty, more plastic-like almost. So I'm going to pick all that out with my hand. You can also take a really sharp, like a tip of a screw, for example, and very gently kind of scrape that tape out. You don't want to nick any of the threads, create any jagged metal edges there, so that when you reinstall it won't work, right? So just be really careful. Just try to stay within those grooves and pick out some of that existing tape and whatnot. You could also get a vacuum cleaner and suck some of that out, and it should kind of peel out like that. If you can get long strands, that would be the best approach. Loosen one end up and just kind of pull it out. Now you can also see some hard built up calcium deposits or something from the hard water that we have. So I just took a little Dremel and a little soft brush on the end of my Dremel, and that helped to get rid of some of that tape and some of that buildup. And so I would just kind of basically do this for several minutes and just try to because you don't want anything blocking your threads when you go to reinstall a new one and put new tape down, right? I wanted to kind of start fresh. All right, and then don't forget to remove your shim if you did put a shim up. And now we're going to be relocating the actual shower head a little bit to the left because I'm putting in a new shower pan down below, and it called for an 18-inch center from that back wall. And we're currently at about 18 and a half, or I don't know, 19, something like that. So not super noticeable. What are we at? Yeah, about actually 19 and a half. So we need to move it over about 1.5 inches. So we'll back out the 2 screws. Now, if your copper pipe is connected to a backing on your trim and handle piece, it might not be so easy. I've got flex pipe right there, you can see. So I can really easily just move the whole thing over wherever I want, and that flex pipe is going to follow. So I'll just measure accordingly and then replace the screws like that, and we should have a new center. And I'm not going to over tighten, but I do want those to obviously be super secure. Heck, you can over tighten it. Why not, right? You don't want that thing moving anywhere. And that's our new center line, 18 inches from that back wall. And that is it.